Hello! Previously, we went over the basics of mining. If you haven't seen that video, make sure to check it out. Today, we will be delving into the mines and breaking them down to help you master the mines. The mines are located, it's a lot of mines, northeast of the farm and blocked until day 5. The mines have 120 floors, and one of the goals in the game is to reach the bottom. When you enter the mines, you'll notice that there is a ladder, an elevator, a minecart, and a purple blocked wall. The ladder heads down to level 1 of the mines. The elevator can be used to jump down to every 5 floors. So for 5, 10, 15, 20, and so on. The elevator for those floors are not unlocked until you discover the elevator on those floors though. The minecart can take you to several locations in the game, including the bus stop right next to your house, allowing faster access to the mines. The minecart is unlocked through a community bundle or through a JoJo bundle. The purple wall can be destroyed with a bomb and uncovers a room with a dwarf shopkeeper. Of course, you have to learn the dwarven language before you can interact with the dwarf. In order to learn the language, you need to find dwarf scrolls 1 through 4 and donate them to the museum, where you'll be giving a dwarvish translation guide. The dwarf scrolls drop for monsters, but only have a very small chance to drop. Depending on the scroll, it can be as low as a 0.1% chance. Once you head down into the mines, you can use the pickaxe or bombs to break rocks, ores, gemstones, and so on to uncover ladders down to the next floor. Sometimes a ladder can appear after defeating a mob. Then, there are mob levels, where there will be no ores and only mobs. In order to get past these levels, you must defeat all of the mobs on the level, then a ladder will appear. Sometimes at the last mob, sometimes at the starting point. You can use a craftable item called stairs to create a temporary path down and skip the combat if you would prefer, but they do take 99 stone to craft just one. Throughout the mines, there will be boxes and barrels. By breaking these, you can get some pretty decent loot. Make sure to break them with a sword to conserve energy. Most floors in the mine can load in with several different map formations. Some floors are set to just one map though. When in the mines, a fog can appear and an infestation begins. Usually this involves a flying creature such as bugs and bats. Some can be flying skulls though. Until you are very well equipped for combat, I recommend finding a way down and avoiding the infestations if you can. If not, try to quickly dispatch enemies as they appear before you get too many at once coming at you. As you adventure through the mines, there will be patches of dirt. You can get artifacts such as dwarf scrolls and other items from using the hoe on them. It is easier to do this with an upgraded hoe, but keep in mind hoeing does not yield much for time and energy spent hoeing. Now, the mines are divided into 3 themes. Each theme consists of 40 floors. The last 9 floors of each theme will be a variant that is just a little bit harder. The first section you will venture into is the brown earth theme. This is where you can find copper ore, amethyst, topaz, quartz, and earth crystals. On floors 10 and 20, you will find a chest with a reward in them to help you in your mining adventures. On floors 12, 18, 28, and 38, you will find minecarts containing 6 pieces of coal. Now, the enemies you can run into between floors 2 and 30 are green slimes, duggies, bugs, rock crabs, grubs, and cave flies. We'll go over a basic combat video in the future to show strategies on fighting each mob. Floors 31 through 39, you need to prepare for, or be like me and just spaz around with fingers crossed that you find your way down. These are the shadow variant floors. On these floors, it is dark and you cannot see much, so even if you open a way down, you may not realize it. On top of that, there are stone golems that are nearly invisible in the dark and are very hard to kill. Then, there are bats, which are fast and can swarm and take you down. Make sure to bring torches with you. If you get lucky, you might just find a glow ring on a higher level from a mob or loot drop. You can also craft a glowstone ring at level 4 in the mining skill. If you're like me though, you're rushing to get to floor 120 by the end of spring. My strategies for these floors, if I have not found a glow ring, is just to carry a torch and switch from torch to tool as needed fighting and mining in the dark, and then using the torch to see my handiwork. I do not go for ore or anything else, I just search for the way down as fast as possible to get through these levels. If you do not mind the shadow levels, you can get a decent amount of copper and geodes from these floors. Then we have floors 40 through 79. These are the ice floors. You will be able to obtain iron ore, jade, aquamarine, frozen tears, and all of the resources from the previous floors. You can get diamonds on floor 50 and beyond. On floors 50, 60, and 70, you will get chests with special items in them. If you use the remix settings when starting a world, the items in the chest may change. Throughout the ice levels, you will encounter frost jellies, dust sprites, frost bats, ghosts, and skeletons. Then on floors 52, 58, 68, and 78, we'll have bags with 6 pieces of coal in them. I should note here that the bags are only lootable one time in single player and only once by the host in multiplayer, but non-host players can loot the coal bags, mine carts, and so on every time the mine resets, either per day or by having all players leave the mine and then re-entering the mine. The rocks on the ice floor have more health than the previous floors, and I suggest that you have upgraded your pickaxe to copper before taking these floors on. If you're finding the combat hard, I would recommend avoiding combat as best as you can until you reach floor 90. Once you hit floor 71 until floor 80, you are in the frozen castle floors. These floors are not too bad. They just have skeletons on them unlike the previous floors. A quick tip, the deeper into the theme you go, the more ore can spawn per floor. So for instance, floor 79 has a higher chance of having more iron ore spawn than floor 72. That said, luck plays a role in how much ore will spawn as well. The better the luck, the more ore spawns. Then we hit floors 80 through 120, the hardest floors. Make sure to have an iron pickaxe before venturing in. Floors 80, 90, 100, 110, and 120 all have rewards. You can also fish on level 100 to catch a lava eel. Floors 92, 98, 108, and 118 have minecarts with 6 coals each in them. On the lava floor, you can mine gold ore, magma geodes, rubies, fire quartz, and emeralds. On floors 101 and beyond, there's a chance for mystic stones to appear. The lava floors contain some pretty powerful enemies, so prepare yourself. The mobs are red slugs, lava bats, lava crabs, shadow brutes, shadow shamans, metalheads, and squid kid. My strategy on lava floors is just to avoid combat and get to floor 120 as fast as I can using bombs or ladders when needed and mining quickly. Once I reach floor 120, then I'll go back through the lava levels using the elevator to find gold. In non-remixed playthroughs, the items you get on floor 90 and 110 will make the combat on the lava floors easier. Once on floor 120, you get the access to the Skull Key. The Skull Key, which is my goal, grants access to the Skull Cavern, where I can get more gold and start finding iridium ores and prismatic shards. Once I have a gold pickaxe, of course. Check out this Stardew guide next, and if you enjoy Stardew playthroughs, check out the vanilla playthrough. Keep an eye out for the Skull Cavern video and luck videos coming soon. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.